Rio Mesa is a place to learn, to teach, and interact with mutual respect. The athletic department over the last 50 years has served as an integral part of Rio Mesa High School, and its mission is to provide an opportunity through athletic competition for all students to develop physically, socially, intellectually, and emotionally. At Rio Mesa, athletics is viewed as an extension of the classroom, in which student athletes learn to strive for excellence in an atmosphere of teamwork, sportsmanship, and respect. There's a statement, long-standing tradition among our school community: once a Spartan, always a Spartan. Tonight, we have an opportunity to recognize each of the basketball coaches that have been part of this rich 50-year tradition. So join me now as I introduce each of those individuals who will be presented a commemorative coin and fountain pen by Mr. William Dabbs, Rio Mesa Principal. The first principal at Rio Mesa High School in 1965 coached until 1967. Unfortunately, he's in Vancouver and unable to be with us tonight. That's Mr. Galen Dacus. It's a nice round of applause. I'm sure he'll hear us up in Canada. In 1967, Mr. Ken Barone took over the Rio Mesa program and coached here till 1974, and Ken is with us tonight. Ken? When Ken left in 1974, it was Larry Reichart who took over the program, coaching for 5 years until 1979. And Larry is not able to be with us tonight due to a medical procedure he had earlier today, and we'll just leave it right there. Following Larry in 1979 was Mr. Dan Mercer, and Dan is with us. This next gentleman, many of you will recognize as students here at Rio Mesa, as he just retired last year. In 1980, the program was taken over by Mr. Gary Bowman. Gary? Gary coached until 1985, and he passed the baton on to the longest-standing basketball coach here at Rio Mesa, Mr. Steve Wolf. Steve? The next coach in line in 1999, Mr. Chris Nordquist. And I don't believe Chris is able to be with us tonight. He coached until 2005. So let's have a nice round of applause for Rio Mesa High School boys basketball coaches.
Good evening. It is my honor to speak about Joseph Soto. Joseph played varsity basketball here at Rio Mesa High School for all 4 years. He is second in scoring in the history of the school, scoring 1,702 points. He is also the leading three-point shooter in the history of the school with 246. This also places him third in the history of boys basketball in Ventura County. Joseph also ranks 11th in the county for career points and 4th in the county in the history of boys basketball in steals for a career. Joseph was voted All-Pacific View League 3 times. His senior year, he was also voted Pacific View League MVP as he led Rio Mesa to one of its 3 league championships in the history of the school. Joseph scored 533 points that season, along with making 71 three-pointers, which is still a single-season record here at Rio Mesa High School. Because of this accomplishment, he was voted Ventura County Player of the Year that season, along with second-team All-CIF. Joseph went on to play at Ventura College, where he is listed as one of the top 100 junior college basketball players that year in the nation. Later that year, Joseph was drafted by a professional team, Mexicali Solis. He went on to lead Mexicali Solis to their national championship, and then he was also voted by the league as the Rookie of the Year that season. I'm gonna apologize, there's a lot of you in this audience who probably would say these next couple of names better than me. He went on to play in Puerto Rico for Antenesi de Manati and Llaneros de Villavicencio in Colombia. Joseph now this year is back at Mexicali Solis, where he's currently helped his team to a 26-2 record and a first place in the league standings. At this time, I'd like to bring up Joseph Soto.
First of all, I just want to thank God. Without God, none of this is possible, and my family, and my friends, and everybody that supported me throughout my career. It's been a tough road, you know. I was here at Rio Mesa. You know, I've dealt with struggle, adversity, heartache. I've overcome it all. I was never the best student, but I always kept my eye on the goal. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew where I wanted to be, you know, and I never knew when it would happen, how it would happen, but I always believed it would happen. So if anybody could learn anything from me, I just want you to know that no matter how hard things get, it's never too late to turn things around.
Well, good evening, everyone. Tonight it's my pleasure to talk about Eric Thomas, who is not only one of the greatest athletes we've ever had here at Rio Mesa, but also one of the finest students to ever walk through these doors. Eric had a stellar basketball career at Rio. He was a 4-year varsity starter from 1987 through 1990. He is Rio Mesa's all-time leading scorer with 1,728 career points, which places him 10th all-time in Ventura County. He's also the holder of the school record for career rebounds with 685. He was named All-County 3 times and was the only player to ever be chosen All-Channel League 4 years in a row. He was equally impressive in the classroom, graduating at the top of his class with many academic accolades. After he graduated, Eric received a basketball scholarship to the University of New Mexico, where he was the Western Athletic Conference Scholar Athlete 4 years in a row, with a rigorous pre-med curriculum. Outside of basketball, Eric was the first student ever appointed by the governor of New Mexico to sit on the Board of Regents of the University of New Mexico. He completed medical school at the university, and after a 5-year residency, became a board-certified spinal surgeon. Tragically, Eric was stricken with leukemia and passed away in 2008 at the young age of 36. But we here at Rio Mesa will never forget his accomplishments, both on and off the basketball court, and it's our pleasure and honor to retire his number 42, here tonight. With us here this evening is Eric's mother, Donna Thomas, who has flown all the way in from Tennessee. Donna, could you come down and say a few words for us?
First want to thank Mr. Fitzgerald, although it's hard to say that. I usually should call him Brian because I've known him since he was a teenager. But I want to thank him for the kind words that he said about Eric and for tracking me down. Our family has moved a couple of times and we didn't find out about this until last Wednesday. And so I also want to thank Coach Raffanelli because he did the work that made this night possible, the research for the basketball program, and made this night and this honor possible for Eric. Our family has many fond memories of Rio Mesa and the activities and events that went on here. And I'm really sorry that Eric's brother and sister couldn't be here tonight because it was just too short a notice. But I mainly want to express my appreciation to the administration, the teachers, the coaches of Rio Mesa for the fine academic and athletic foundation they gave Eric so that he could go on and achieve the goals and the dreams that he had. And I know if Eric could be here tonight, he would also express his sincere gratitude to this school and all that it did for him. And so I thank you very much.